Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I'm bringing for you guys is I'm discussing a top 10, I guess you could call it a top 10, some of my favorite releases from this year that I've actually gotten my hands on. I guess that's what I could call this list, but I guess a top 10 for 2021. You know, I'm including a lot of familiar shoes, ones that y'all know, so we'll get into this video. You know I got the screen recording up, all that on the screen. So yeah, Instagrams, all that down below. If you want to subscribe and like for more content, I'd appreciate that. Again, like on this video. Let's make it something simple. Let's go for like 175 likes. Nothing crazy. It's very simple. So yeah, if we could hit that, that'd be dope. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll bring y'all another video tomorrow. I'm making this a little early today since I do have some stuff to do this afternoon with the family. So you know we're gonna get that done and we're gonna get started on this video. So let's get into it. So first things first, my first release, and again, this is not in any particular order. This top 10 in no order. Just want to mention that it's just 10 releases I would put in terms for a shoe to be on the list that I'm included. I've said it has to be fairly hyped, have a good amount of sales in StockX and on other platforms, and then also it's just have to be, you know, generally liked by the public. It has to be a shoe that most people thought was a good looking one. So first one that I felt like kind of applies, we'll just stick it right here, end of the year one. People have been talking about this one for months. Easily a top 10 sneaker for this year. Most people would probably put it in their top 5 or top 3, but you know, Cool Gray 11s, I don't really feel like I have to say too much. Like, look at the all-time sales for this one. I think the all-time sales are, what's this already? I think it's crazy. 70,000. How? 70,000 sales already in StockX. So it dropped on the 11th? What, like, that's an insane number. That's absurd. I mean, there was a lot from exclusive access, but it only had like 10K sales then. So seeing the amount that it has now, that's very impressive. But you don't really even have to think about it. Just see how the shoe looks. It's a very, very, very famous and well-known retro. So just kind of seeing that. I think last time these retroed was back in 2012. So just kind of taking that into account. You know, when you have a retro that well-known that hasn't really come back on that long, it's going to do well. Definitely going to be one of those top ones of the year. So first one I thought I'd include Jordan 11 Cool Gray. I feel like I have to. Alright, but aside from somebody playing loud music in the background, I don't know what they're doing there. I at least just wish the song was better. But we'll get into the next one aside from the Cool Gray 11s right here. Hyper Royal Jordan 1. I feel like I gotta include this one. Dropped back in April. People love this one. You know, I got my pair size 9.5 right there in my collection. I love it. It's a perfect... Actually, why don't I actually show it on camera since I got it? Just a great looking shoe in my opinion here. I'll show y'all kind of a close up. It's really, really nice kind of on foot. My dad was actually saying he liked how they looked. So, you know, I appreciate the, compliment there. But, you know, these ones just kind of almost like a Carolina blue kind of. Not really, but it's almost there. But I think giving it the name Hyper Royal is kind of the right way. You see, I need to clean them a little bit up here, but they're not really that damaged or dirty. They're perfect, and I still love wearing these ones around, kind of like a summer theme shoe in my opinion, but has a fair amount of sales, and yeah, I'm going to stop sitting awkwardly in my chair. Just second one I mentioned, Hyper Royals. Love these ones, and Jordan 1. So, a lot of good Jordan 1s this year, and 4s. Keep that in mind. So we'll get into something else next. And not to mention, this was pretty highly anticipated. This Jordan 1 came out the gate with a resale of $400, and it's kind of, you know, progressively bounced between like $330 and $400. So this one's had a lot of hype. Very, you know, I think this one deserves to be on this list. So another one I'll mention, the New Balance Joe Fresh Goods here. Now this one, I've been wanting this one in a 9.5 or 10 for a while. It's such a clean pair of New Balance 990s. Like, I like New Balance. Like, I like the models they come out with. I honestly think they're pretty cool. Like, a lot of these kind of dad shoe themed sneakers, I think they're really nice. And this is a colorway that I'd wear in the winter. I'd wear it in the summer. I don't care when I wear the shoe. And if it got beat up or dirty, you know, whatever. It's just one that you got to wear. They're New Balances. These will last you forever. Like, New Balances last you a very long time. They'll last you until, you know, basically the bottoms fall off and all that. But I've seen people, you know, rocking these. The all gray pairs even resell now. Like these newer New Balances that they're coming out with and collaborating it with, like, you know, artists, they're doing very well. But, you know, even the older New Balances that were never really hyped, you can't even find those ones like regularly in stores just because like people buy them out and, you know, they resell. It's kind of crazy, but it's the reality because people like them and everybody's on the New Balance wave now. But 10 years ago, they weren't. I was obviously not on it. But yeah, another one, just love the colorway of the shoe, love the design. I've seen Joe Fresh Goods. He makes a lot of like, I think it's like kind of custom pieces on Instagram, but he's more or less a designer. I'm pretty sure he has his own brand. It's crazy that I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure I follow him on Instagram, so I should know more details about this collaboration. But aside from that, I just saw this collab, New Balances, and I was like, this is dope. for sure adding this. So aside from the New Balances, another one that I will add is actually the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Fragment. I just think because of the hype factor, I mean, you could add the Jordan 1 High in place instead, but the Jordan 1, I mean, the Fragment Low is clean. I love this one. And Fragment's been kind of making a lot of different moves this year, and maybe not love this shoe. I mean, I like the concept behind this shoe and, like, you know, just how this shoe kind of reflects, like, the resale market right now, you know what I mean? Just how some shoes can be very simple, but because of the names on them, they will go for crazy amounts of money, and that's really what I'm thinking about this one. It's just a bigger collaboration. Like, Fragment has really tried, I mean, they whenever they put their logo on shoes, they go for a lot more, but just them putting them together with Travis Scott, whoever put that idea together, I mean, I remember at first people were like, no way this is real, like, you know, they were like, please don't do this, like, people thought it was not, like, a cringe idea or whatever, but they actually made a decent design, and, you know, it came out a lot better than people expected, and these consistently selling over $1,000 a pop, that is just, that's madness. I mean, I got my own pair right here. I actually haven't worn it. It's not my size though, so I can't really wear it. I got a 6.5. I've just been holding on to because these are going crazy. So yeah, just another one I'll add just because of the collabs and everything they got behind it. Fragment, Travis Scott, Jordan 1 Low. You could add the High in its place again because that one really reflects the resale market. That one goes for $3,000, $4,000, but this one's clean too. I like it. I like this one more than the High. So I am factoring in how it looks a little bit. This one I like more than the Jordan 1 High and how that one looks. So aside from this one, another one, I'm going to add some more Jordans. Yes, I know there's a ton of Jordans on this list. It's just with Yeezy, I could have added in like Foam Runner Sands or a couple other designs they had. Like, you know, they had a couple new boot designs. They got those 1050s coming out. If they actually drop this year, if those 1050s drop, then that would have been one I would have added to this list since those are a really dope model. Again, Kanye wearing those at his first listening party for Donda. I'm a huge fan of those. But another one, Jordan 4 Oreo. I mean, this reflects the current hype of Jordan 4s in my opinion. These are going crazy. I'm pretty sure like a week ago, these were going for $400. So a week ago, I could have bought these for $400, but I mean, I might be right in that. I don't know if I am or not, but yeah, these are going insane on its price. I remember my biggest mistake that I've made in a very long time was selling my size 12 to somebody for a good deal. I'm not going to tell you how low it was because I don't want to do myself like that, but it was reasonable. It was like, how about this? It was above $250, I'll say that, so it was reasonable, but at the time, that's what the market was. I even was telling people to hold pairs of Oreo 4s, and I sold it, so I went against my own word. I don't really know why I did that. It was just kind of dumb on my part, but, you know, we all make mistakes. It's no big deal. And, yeah, this one just kind of shows you, like, even, again, simple pairs can go for crazy amounts of money. A size 10 on StockX after fees and everything, you're probably paying a good $530, $540 for this pair. So just kind of keeping that in mind. You know, that's, again, the four hype is in, and this is just one that it's super clean. I mean, I should have known from the start, like, I don't know why I sold it. Maybe I needed the money or something. I don't remember why, but just in general, I think this one just shows you the love for Jordan 4s this year. That's why I added it to this list. Dope model, and just overall the look. Just the cement kind of theme on it, being all white, and then just added, like, they perfectly added the gray theme on it, and then the red Jumpman on it. Just perfect shoe. Love this one here. Can I get a different angle? Yeah. Such a dope model. Love it. I'm going to stop being repetitive, though, because I said that like 5 times. Why did I do that? So, yeah, again, Nike Dunkleo with the Paul. I feel like I have to add some Dunkleos in here, so we'll finally start doing that. I think this is just one of the more clean shoes from this year. One of the more interesting designs. The one that actually has a lot of unique details on it. Again, since it is one of those what the sneakers. Again, whenever Nike does any sort of what the shoe, it's going to be completely different. Each shoe is going to be unique to its own. They're not going to have any similar details on either one. Maybe a color, or two, or like, you know, you might see a design or two that's very similar, but they'll be in a different location on the shoe. Or the color, you know, will be, again, located at a different area or part of the sneaker. So that's why I think it's cool. But what the Pauls, you know, they've actually started rising a little bit. I mean, I can't believe they dropped as low as they did into that $400 range, but they've actually started to get some love. Like, let me go to a particular size, like a size 12. I'm pretty sure they've actually started to make some progress here. Okay, so I don't think I'm right there, but we're not really talking about prices. I saw some sort of chart for something. Yeah, here you go. You can see it's actually rising here. There you go, for a size 10. So I wasn't wrong there. That's a $100 rise right there. So finally making some progress. I'm shocked these drop below $500 in the size 10 because just showing all the features on this shoe. Again, a collaboration with P-Rod too. Like, again, him with all his, you know, different wins that he's had in skating. How he's still in this game. Like, how is he still skating? Like, how are his knees still existing? You know, like, It's crazy to me, but you know, I could never. So I'm very impressed by what he's done. Like I think it's like an 8 times X Games winner or something like that. So that's already insane by itself. So yeah, these shoes, another dope kind of touch to his legacy. It's clean, and they put it on SB. Good job, Nike. Well done. So aside from the what the Pauls again, one cold call I was actually very, very wrong about. Shocked I was wrong about it, but you know, you're wrong sometimes. But it'll be $1,000 shoe in the future, I bet. So another one, the Nike SB Dunkleo Mummy. This one right here. Now, I gotta be real. I love this shoe. And it was, again, kind of that. This was the shoe that took over October. This shoe took over October a little bit. Now, not completely because there was some other models, but I'm saying, like, people were really, really on the shoe, like in terms of entering for raffles, like, yo, what raffles are open for this shoe? Like, how can I get this release? Like, everybody was asking about this release, and I think the hype kind of reflected how this shoe looked. Again, it's glow in the dark, like the sole right here does glow in the dark, and again, when you have the eyes on the back that are embroidered, it's just another kind of sick detail. Like here, let me see if I can actually get, yeah, a view of the back of the shoe. There you go. Nike really did a great job, and then you got also this on the inside right here, another eye. This is like, I can't remember what this is. It's like the Eye of Horus or something. Am I right? I might be wrong. Let me know, but I don't know why Nike's adding that on their shoe. Cool though. I guess just to kind of go with the mummy theme, I think it makes sense. I'm not really like taking a dig at it. Again, I'm not like a Nike designer. I couldn't really do half the things they do, but well, on some of their collabs I could help them out maybe because they're just not the best, but these are cool. And then yeah, just kind of dropping in October, kind of Halloween themed. I think it was a good touch. So Dunkleo Mummy, we'll just kind of get through this one, and glow in the dark too. It's a cool detail, and obviously it looking like a mummy. That's cool. But another one, instead of adding the Jordan 3 Amamanier, I actually added the Jordan 1 Amamanier. I don't know what it just said, but the Jordan 1 Amamanier. I'm a bigger fan of the Jordan 1 than I am of the 3, not just because I own it, but I mean, I'm just not a Jordan 3 fan personally, so I'm not going to add a shoe I don't like on the list. I love the colorway for it, but I'm not just going to be someone that's going with the rest of the hype, like going with what Complex says, because Complex, you know, put that as their number 1 shoe or whatever, you know, everybody else has been saying. I'm not just going to go with that just because what people are thinking. If I really thought that, then that's what I'd say, but I actually think this shoe is doper than the 3s, and I think also a Jordan 1 is kind of a good touch for this year, since think about the amount of Jordan 1s that were hyped that resold this year. Think about that compared to the amount of 3s that were actually hyped this year. I'm not saying, you know, we shouldn't be having unique models on the list. I'm just saying, when you really think about 2021, when we will look back on it, what are we going to be thinking about? We're going to be thinking about Jordan 1s, 4s, Dunkleos. We're not going to be thinking about 3s. I mean, the Amamanier 3s will be dope in the future, but that's not what we're going to be thinking about. I'll be thinking about this probably, because it's a 1, but that's just me. So that's why I got this one on the list again with the burgundy, the nice let me show you this one again. Nice kind of snakeskin details, as you guys can see on the swoosh, the quilted inside. This is another detail too, kind of quilted details there. Beautiful. So that's why another reason too. I personally very comfy for a 1. Number 9, not number 8. I was almost wrong there, but well, I was. But Dunkleo Black. Only reason I'm adding this one here is I know it's a very simple model, and it's like, Tristan, there's so many other more unique shoes and more hyped ones that you probably could add in the list, especially on the dunk side. Like, why are you adding this one? And the reason is just because when we think about Dunkleos for this year, this is like the one that was the one that never bricked in price. It's restocked how many times? I don't know at this point. It's always restocking, to be honest, on some sort of foot site or some sort of low-key restocking undefeated. But it will never, it's like never dropping in price. There's always someone trying to buy a pair of these. The amount of people I've seen in Dunkleo Blacks, I mean, almost anybody, pretty much anybody can wear these. I mean, anybody that wants to, and it's a clean shoe. It is going for a lot, I know, so it is kind of overhyped a little bit. But again, when we just think about this year, dunks, everything about it, this is like kind of the one of the first ones I really think about where people were like, oh, dunks? What's a Dunkleo? And then, you know, people kind of started getting into the whole hype with them holding them. And that's why I think this one kind of deserves to be on the list. You could maybe put like the Dunkleo UNC, Dunkleo Coast, something like that, but I think this deserves its spot. And the final one I will be adding is a Jordan 1 Trophy Room. Most backdoor release of this year by miles, not even close. Shout out Marcus Jordan, we appreciate you for that. And yeah, just overall with the signature on this one, the icy sole, all the details to this one, the price. I think this one just encapsulates this year pretty well, and just how this year, the amount of backdoors, how the sneaker game changed, how it's really leaning towards resellers. That's what I think. That's what I think this shoe really puts all together. That's why I'm adding this one. Just because it was the most backdoored release this year. It's going to be like 5K, 10K in the future just because nobody was able to get it. But yeah, that's why I'm adding this one. Aside from the clean colorway too, Chicago, Why not? So I know this video's been extra long, so I'm just gonna kind of round it out. I don't want to have to spend too much time at editing, but that's my top 10 at least. Let me know your top 10 in the comments. Do you agree with mine? Do you disagree with mine? Let me know what you thought I'd left out. I'd love to hear it down below, and don't forget, like on this video is 175 likes, subscribe and like down below, do all that, and I appreciate you all. Thank you all. My Discord's down below too if you want to check that out. I try and be active on it, but I do lack sometimes. So that's it. I'm Tristan. I'm gonna end the screen recording, and I appreciate you guys again. Much love, and I will catch you all tomorrow. So thank you all, and I'll catch you then. Peace.
Sticks made a fucking hit.